Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because I'm doing a full face of new in Primark makeup. I have not done a Primark makeup video in so long, and I've accumulated quite a lot of stuff recently, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to test all of this in one video because there is a lot. There's primers, foundation, concealer, powder, cream, bronzers, blushes, eyeshadow, lipstick. Like, there's so much to this video, and I cannot wait to see what you think of the products and the makeup that I've done today. So if you'd like to see what's new in at Primark and also what I think of them, then please keep watching. I'm buzzing for today's video. I cannot remember the last time I did a Primark makeup review on my YouTube, and yeah, this just makes me so happy. I love reviewing Primark makeup because it's all super affordable. Everything in this video is, I think, £5 and under, which is insane. Hopefully we find some really good items, and the majority of this I'm pretty sure are in stores at the moment, so hopefully you can find these if you do enjoy them as well. I've actually got three kind of like primer type of products. I have the Flawless Glow, which did go viral on TikTok a little while ago for being a Charlotte Tilbury dupe. We have the Prep and Perfect Flawless SPF 50 primer. I think this might be dupe in Charlotte Tilbury, I'm not 100% sure. And then we have a pore smoother. So I feel like we've got a bit of everything from each of these primers, and we can kind of just like use them all together. Firstly, we're going to be using this. This is the product that has SPF 50, and I think it's just like an all-rounder type of primer. Not been opened, we love to see it. That is kind of like a moisturizer, I guess. So I'm just going to take a little bit. It does have that like sunscreen kind of texture to it. It smells really nice though. Wow, that actually feels really nice. It doesn't have that like thick, creamy sunscreen sort of texture. It is nice and thin, and I feel like it melts into the skin really nicely. I'm not a massive fan of the sunscreen texture just because it can feel quite oily, but I mean, I reckon this would feel and look really nice underneath the makeup. It's a tiny, tiny bit tacky, not loads. I don't think it's meant to be tacky. It might just need to dry down. But it feels really nice and hydrating. And I mean, if it has SPF 50 plus in it as well, I mean, that is a bonus. Next, we're going to go in with this. Now, I have been meaning to try this for so long. I wasn't like this close to decluttering it because I was just so over it. Like, I hadn't used it. It's been out quite a while. But this is still in store, so hopefully you can still get this. I was with Luce the other day at a Revolution event. By the way, if you notice my new tattoo, that's where it's come from. But she used this underneath her makeup for the event, and her skin looked absolutely phenomenal. And she was like, this is literally just this on its own. And I was like, no way. So I want to use this. So this is supposedly a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury like kind of flawless filter vibe. A lot of brands have been doing this recently, like Elf and Collection and things like this. Things like this, things like that. So, you know, a lot of people have been doing it. I don't know how she blended it in. I think she might have blended it in with a brush, but I'm putting this everywhere. I mean, I don't usually put glow products everywhere because I'm an oily gal, but let's just do it anyway. Okay, so that is that glowy product on. Can you see how beautiful and dewy it makes my skin look? I mean, I do love the way it looks. I definitely won't be using this like on a regular basis just because for like long lasting makeup especially, I stay clear of these. But for short makeup days, I mean, that looks absolutely beautiful. And then the final primer we're going to use, because I'm super bougie using three, is this one. I'm really intrigued to use this because this is the type of primer I would gravitate towards on a very regular basis. This is the Pore Smoother. This is £4. I believe the Glow was £5, and I used the shade Buttermilk. And the other primer doesn't have a shade, so I don't know why I'm looking at that. But if you hear this, maybe if you can hear it near the mic, can you hear like it all moves together? And that is exactly what the Benefit like professional ones do. So maybe this would be a good dupe. Oh my lordy lord. Wow. That is like pretty much exactly like the Professional. Like, oh my god, the texture is exactly the same. You know what's funny is that I don't actually reach for like Benefit Professional anymore, like not the original one anyway, because this texture is like not my favourite anymore. I feel like it's a bit too slippy slidey. I much prefer the Professional Light and the Hydrating one because those have very different textures, and this is very much like the original texture. So I mean, it's probably going to work wonders because I do love Benefit Professional. It does blur my pores, and my skin right now looks super blurred. Can you see that? Like, really blurred. So I can't fault it for that. But the texture of it really reminds me of the original Benefit Professional, and it's not one that I reach for, but I mean, just because that silicone like oily feel, but it looks great, and obviously we'll put that to the test with the foundation as well. Okay, foundation. I'm going to be testing out this. This is the Double Coverage Matte Foundation. When I saw Jordan Lipscomb use this on TikTok, I was like, I need this in my life. I did recently try the hydrating foundation they launched that's supposed to be a dupe of the NARS Reflecting Foundation. I have posted that on TikTok, so if you are more of a hydrating, you know, person, that might be a bit more helpful. But for me, that foundation is not going to last long on my skin at all because it is hydrating. So that's why I'm very intrigued to try this. I might have even tried this in the old packaging, but I can't remember, and I would have gotten rid of it ages ago. So yeah, we're going to be giving this a go. This is £5 and I used the shade Ivory 2. Will it work? Hopefully it will. The only thing I don't like about this packaging is that it is like a glass bottle with no pump. But it's fine. It's only £5. It was just really hard to get the plastic bit out the top, but once you've got it out, you've got it out. Ignore my manky sponge that I need to clean. Probably been meaning to clean for about maybe a week and a half. Okay, let's just pop this on my sponge. Oh my god, that might be too much, but it's okay. Ooh. Smells very chemically. This might be a bit too powerful for me. That's a first. I do apologise, my memory filled up and then I had to delete some clips, so you did miss a little bit of the blending process. But this is what my skin is looking like with the foundation on. I must say I am quite impressed with the coverage of this foundation, considering like these really deep like red marks that I have on my skin. They have covered them very well. The colour, it looks a bit pale, but I honestly feel like it matches my neck really well, so maybe the shade is fine for me. The finish of it, there's like no shine or dewiness. It definitely has like quite a soft matte like finish to it, which I really like. It does still feel a little tacky, but maybe it will dry down a little bit more. But so far, I really love how this looks on my skin, which is good. Next product I'm really intrigued about. So this is the concealer. I finally got my hands on this. I must have tried like 3 different times to get this concealer, but it was never in my shade. And when I went to Manchester the other weekend, they had all this, and actually quite a lot of the stuff I got today I got in Manchester because that was a huge Primark and they had so much stock in there. So this is the Illuminate Under Eye concealer in the shade Nougat, and I got this for £3.50 because that's how much it costs. Don't know why I said it like that. I'm not even joking. I've been sat here for about 10 minutes trying to work out how the freaking Ada this concealer works. I don't get it. I pulled the cap off. It looks like it's a squeezy thing. I'm not sure. And then I'm like kind of like dabbing it on my hand, and then it just starts randomly coming out. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, nothing is coming out. I'm fucking baffled. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't understand. So I've literally just pulled this out. This is probably so bad, but if you have this concealer and know actually how it works, please let a gal know, because I'm just so baffled. I really hope someone can tell me how to open that, because this concealer has really surprised me. Can you see the difference that concealer has made to my skin? I am so impressed. The formula is so lovely. It's like really lightweight but has really good coverage to it. The only thing I will say is that it does keep settling in the lines under my eyes like quite quickly, which is a shame, but it still looks stunning like everywhere else. Like, can you see my complexion right now? That looks unreal. I'm gonna let the foundation and concealer sit for a little bit, because we actually have like a few different cream products to try, which I'm so excited about. I must admit, for this video, I am more excited about the base stuff rather than like the eyes and the lips sort of thing, but you never know what you can find. I can't even get the wrapper off this, so you're just gonna have to ignore that. But I found this, which is the cream bronze wand. The one that I reviewed on TikTok was actually the cream contour one, so this is different. This is the shade light to medium, and it says it's buildable coverage, which is really exciting. So if you haven't seen these before, they do look a lot like Charlotte Tilbury, and you do actually have to twist them like the Charlotte Tilbury. This retails for £4.50, so I actually thought these were a little expensive for Primark, but I mean, Charlotte Tilbury are like, I think they're like 30 quid. So this is the shade light to medium. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's definitely a bronze shade. I'm going to stop there actually, because I'm scared. All right, let's quickly try and blend. Oh, okay. I was scared for no reason. I've popped a little bit more on this side. This is straight away, and I mean, it is blending very quickly, which is what I like to see. I don't like products that take 15 years to blend, you know? But I mean, that is divine. That is pretty good going. I'm not gonna lie, the formula is quite similar to Charlotte Tilbury, you know? Charlotte Tilbury blends into like nothing instantly, and you can build it. And I feel like with this, you could definitely get like similar results from that. I'm really impressed. Very impressed, in fact. For cream blush, they have these little cute compacts. They're both £3.50. We have this one, which is in the shade Rose, and just drop the plastic. This is what it looks like. I think I'm going to use this one. That's more of like an everyday sort of blush. This one in the shade Peach looks like this, and yeah, it's just a little bit more on the bright side. So I think I'm gonna take the peach shade. Do I just do that? I didn't really know. I don't know. The formula is quite solid, isn't it? Is this gonna work? Oh no, yep, we are getting some pigment. That's lovely, isn't it? Okay, cute. The only thing I hate about these solid cream blushes, and I do love them, is that all like loads of hairs and shit gets caught in it, which is really annoying. I definitely prefer liquid, just because I feel like it's just so much easier, but you can't tell me that does not look stunning. Do you know what I mean? That's a really beautiful everyday sort of pink, and I think that looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. It's definitely given me a little bit of a glow as well, and the colour is perfect for fair skin as well. I really like that. For powder, I have the My Perfect colour, which is the same sort of vibe to the foundation like packaging. The loose baking powder reduces shine, soft matte finish, buildable coverage, oil free. This is in the shade translucent, and it costs £3. Bargain! I'm so over this plastic packaging. Are we not meant to be saving the turtles? Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm just peeling the plastic off, and I never take the plastic off all the way just so it doesn't all come out. I'm just going to tap this in the lid. This is what it looks like. A little bit on the yellow side. I don't think I like the powder. And do you know what? It's not even necessarily the powder itself, because I don't actually think my skin looks that bad. It's the yellowness of it. This is supposed to be translucent. It might as well be light banana. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you can tell on camera because I have got lights, but I'm just seeing like patches of yellowness, and it's making my skin look really dull. yeah, it's a bit of a shame really, because the powder actually looks really nice. It has this really soft glow to it. It definitely, as it says, a soft matte finish. I definitely agree with that. But the yellowness of it, like I can just see the yellow all here, and especially on my chin area. It's not a vibe. I'm so annoyed. Like, if this, I would rather this be like white. If you're going to be translucent, either be extremely, extremely fair or just a white powder. I would prefer that. Like, this translucent for us fair people, it literally might as well be a light banana powder, because I can just see the yellowness and I'm not a fan of that. However, the actual formula on my skin does look really nice, which is such a shame, because yeah, no, I'm gonna pass on this. They don't have any like new bronzer powder, like contour powder products, I don't think, so I'm just gonna use this. I've had this for ages. It's just like a bronze glow powder, just so I can warm up my complexion a little bit. Not like it needs it, but I definitely need it, I feel like, on my nose area. I mean, this bronzer is literally £1 and it's so good. Even the shade is really nice with fair skin. What shade is this? Fearless. So if you can still get these bronzer powders, very good for pale skin. The blush that I've got on today is just going to have to be the blush that I used as cream. I forgot to bring powder blush with me, and there isn't anything new from Primark as far as I could see that is blush related. So we're going to jump straight to highlighter, and I completely forgot to use this underneath my powder. This is a cream highlight luminous finish in the shade Champagne. So this is part of their like Wonder collection still. I didn't realise they had these. They've literally got contour ones, highlight ones, blush ones and bronzer ones as well. So definitely check these out, because I'm not going to lie, so far I've been really impressed with them. I haven't tried the blush ones just because I had those cream blushes and I didn't need to try any more. But so far, these have been good. So let's see how this one goes. Now, the Charlotte Tilbury one in the shade Spotlight is a very, like, glowy type of highlighter. So if this is anything like the Charlotte Tilbury, I'm not expecting it to be, like, really blinding metallic. I have powdered my face, which is really annoying. It's not something I usually do. But I do have this, which is new. Again, Charlotte Tilbury, and that will set it in place kind of thing. So yeah, this is in the shade Champagne. I don't know if I saw any other shades, but let's just squeeze this out. I'm going to blend this in with my finger. Oh yeah, it really reminds me of Charlotte Tilbury. If you haven't tried Charlotte Tilbury highlight products, like the cream, like Spotlight, it's more of that like glowy finish, and this is definitely giving like wet looking glowy. I mean, that is really pretty. And it's actually blended really nicely into the rest of my makeup, considering I have powdered. Really impressive how that looks. So I'm going to be taking this. This is like super new. This is the highlighter Light Reflecting. What I will say is the shades do not match what's in Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury doesn't have a gold. It's very much pink themed. So it's not an exact dupe, but I mean, it's cute. Like the vibes are like the same. There is no lips imprint in them either. I mean, I might just swish my brush in here. Oh my God. Wow, very powdery. And it seems that there is like a glittery, wow, that is so powdery. Seems that there is like a glitter like layer on the top, but let's sit where we put that liquid. Blinding highlight. It literally looks so stunning. It's definitely my type of highlighter, and you can see like little specks of like shimmer in there where this is a very shimmery highlight, but it's not too noticeable. Literally so powdery though, so if you can get past the powderiness, I mean, I've swirled all those colours together. I have pale skin, and I think that's worked really well on my skin, and it's set this liquid highlighter so beautifully. I'm more impressed with this than I am this, but they have worked together beautifully. To set all my face in place, I don't have a Primark spray, so I'm just going to be using this. This is the Studio London matte spray. I'm very glowy at the moment, so I want to just like tone that down a little bit. The lines under my eyes are no joke today. Like, wowzers. They set into the lines super easily. So maybe I just need to be a little bit more calmer with the foundation and concealer. Moving on to eyes, I saw these like cute little eyeshadow palettes in there. They're literally £2.50. This is in the shade Bare because it's kind of like the one that I would most likely use. It's just got some matte shades, a nice shimmer that we can put on the lid, and also one that we can put sort of like in the inner and outer corner. Firstly, I'm gonna take the shade Caramel, which is this one here, and I'm just gonna pop that in the crease again. Wow, super powdery. Oh my god, I just realized I've not got any eye primer on. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just like not like super pigmented. So I'm going to take the shade Maple, which is the other matte shade in the palette, and I'm just going to use this on a big fluffy brush. Oh my god, hello, stop being so noisy. And I'm just going to blend the top edges. It's working, you know, they're blending nicely. They're just not like super pigmented shadows, but honestly not bad for £2.50. Again, the only thing is that they are super powdery. Just going back in with that first shade just in my inner and outer corner just to make sure we've got pigment there. I'm just taking a little mix of the both on my lower lash line, my little lash line. Literally the whole palette is covered in shadow. Just taking a little bit of that Maple shade and blending out top edges again. Honestly, for £2.50, I feel like I can't complain too much. The major downfall is the powderiness, but I mean, the pigment's there, guys. The pigment's there. Let's test out the shimmers. So firstly, I'm going to take Rose Water, which for some reason is a gold shimmer. And I'm going to place this in the center of my lid. Do you know what it is? I feel like they're nice and buildable shades, like shimmers and mattes included, because that shimmer didn't look like much on the first layer, but now that I've added more, can you see how it's actually really nice? I'm going to take the shade Cookie, which is another one of the shimmers in the palette, this one here. I'm just going to flip my blush around the other way. I'm just going to lightly blend the outer edges of this. Just so we're using like another shade. And lastly, for the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take the lightest shimmer in the palette, which is called Marshmallow. This look is very Alex. I'm actually going out tomorrow to watch Dirty Dancing up in London. And this is like, honestly, the type of look I would do. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is honestly the type of look I would do for like going out and things. Do you see that? I'm sorry. That is amazing. For a £2.50 palette, I'm not mad. I feel like that gives what it needs to give. Like, granted, the shimmer on my lid could probably be a little bit more sparkly, but like everything together, like now that the look's complete, I would not think that that's a £2.50 palette. I'm really impressed. They do have more of these. They were like different colourways and stuff, but this colourway is very me, so I decided to go for this one. Okay, this is where I feel it could possibly go downhill. I do have a mascara to try. This is what it looks like. It's called Amplified, and it literally cost £1. Let's have a look at this wand. Oh my Christ. You can tell it's a cheap wand because, I mean, look at that. False Lash Effect Mascara. £1. We may not have any lashes. I didn't even bring a backup one, annoyingly. But, you know, let's not judge a book by its cover. Let's see what it can do. I have to bear in mind this is a £1 mascara, and you guys have to remember this is a £1 mascara. Is it just me, or does that not even look that bad? Sorry? I was like applying it and I was like, hang on a minute, it's getting better like the more I'm applying it. So like with every coat I would let that one dry, move on to this one, go back to this, then back to this, and like just keep layering it. I think this is a good like 3 layering of mascara, but for £1, I mean, it's not even that bad, is it? I'm genuinely surprised. I thought it was going to be one of those mascaras that just like slip off your lashes and don't do anything to them. But if you're on a budget, guys, and you have a little bit of patience with mascaras, my preference is like fast working mascaras. I hate sitting there for ages. But if you are on a budget and you do have that patience for a mascara, it's really not that bad. Like, I'll show you, like the wand and everything, it's not great. The packaging, you know, not great, but it's £1. And look, again, I feel like with yet another coat, it looks really, really good. I'm flabbergasted by the fact this is only £1, 100 pennies. I wouldn't quite say it's false lash effect, but for the everyday, like, natural mascara sort of lash, really good. Really, really good. Okay, we have one product left to try, which is a lipstick. I'm so annoyed that I didn't pick up a lip liner. So I'm really sorry. I'm not going to be lining my lips. I'm just going straight in with a lipstick. This is in the shade. I've took the plastic off, but this is in the shade In the Buff. And it's only £1.50. This is what the packaging looks like. And it is just a twisty up lipstick. Obviously the feel and look of it, you can tell it's very affordable, but again, £1.50. Oh, it smells so good. I love the scent of the lipsticks. That looks really, really nice. I'm obsessed with the colour. It's a little bit like darker than my usual sort of nudes, but for like winter, autumn sort of vibes. That is stunning. I feel like it goes with the look like really well, and it went on fine for £1.50. You just can't go wrong, and I'm pretty sure their lip liners are only £1 as well, which is amazing. Okay, so that is all the products tested. I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed with the majority of these products. Like, would you think I have a full face of makeup that's £5 and under on? I don't think so. I feel like makeup has gone like such... I just realised I've not got any highlight on my nose. No, as if I've done that the whole entire video. I feel like I'm a bit of a hot mess in this video. That's better. Oh my goodness. Such a difference that makes, isn't it? Anyway, what I was saying, I am majority impressed with a lot of the products in this video. The only products that I probably won't reach for again is the powder, because I just don't think the colour looks right on me. I feel like you can tell that I've got a yellow powder on. Like, in real life, I can tell I've got a yellow powder on. Do you know what I mean? I need a colour that's much fairer, or like a white translucent. I feel like everything else worked really well. Only other comments to make is like formula wise, you can definitely tell these are much more affordable products just because of the powderiness of them. I'm really impressed with the eyeshadow, how this is a £2.50 palette and it worked this well. Like, sorry, what? Lipstick's beautiful. Mascara, so good for £1. It's definitely not one I'm going to reach for all the time, don't get me wrong. It's not going to beat my Benefit Gal Bang or anything, but if you're on a budget and you have the patience to wait for a mascara to get better and better over time, definitely check it out. It is really not bad for the price at all. The base products I'm obsessed with. I think we've had a relatively good video today. I'd say kind of like 90%, which makes me super happy. I would have hated to not like the majority of these products, but yeah, I'm literally so impressed, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you decide what to pick up in Primark. I would absolutely love to know what you thought of the products I tested out today, and if you've tried them, let me know what you think, or if you're going to pick them up, let me know which products you're going to get. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this video up here. I'm super happy with it. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of today's video. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
No.